Hey Virgo, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekend reading for September 26th to the 28th, 2025. This is for Virgo. Last shuffle for Virgo. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Virgo, we have the vast universe here. We also have taking steps. So this is right now I'm seeing that you're being guided to take very measured steps. You're meant to take action here, right? But you're meant to be creative about your happiness, which means finding a way to participate in hobbies, finding time. I know how that sounds, but they're saying that that's what you're meant to do. That you're meant to integrate two different things. Like you're meant to work, take care of your obligations, but make some time for a hobby or some creative pursuit. Yeah, they're showing that you might feel very overwhelmed on the weekend. You might feel like you're burning the candle on both ends, but there's some kind of new something coming in or a new project or something, and you are meant to trust in that and to uh, understand that everything's going to work out. You're going to have to take the lead on it also. You're going to have to be the one to maybe defend your position, defend your reasoning for doing something. This also may have something to do with your job, work, an occupation that maybe you want to pursue. This may be the time for you to start moving in that direction of pursuing a new occupation here. You want to awaken your creativity by using amber, either the incense resin, right? Or that would be to burn at, right? Or wear the scent. I've actually seen like Zoom. I don't know if you ever heard of the product Zoom, ZUM, and they do carry amber, like the soap scent and the spray. I believe the lotion too, but I'm not quite sure. But you can save yourself from a situation. You can't wait for anyone else to make space and time for you to pursue something creative. You're going to have to do something on your own. This tells me that also too, if you're in a romantic connection or you're focused on like a person or you have a family member or someone that's really really close to you, whoever this is, they want you to have a heart to heart, like honestly discuss yourself or your feelings with them, and then give each other some space so that you can pursue something and allow them to pursue something. Everything's going to work out. They're showing that this may be a point in time in life where now we're letting each other know exactly how we feel, but we're also taking, like, you know what, maybe we won't talk during this time, or maybe, I'll have to schedule whatever that is, right? I need this time for me. I need this time to do something. um you want to release or want to say this to yourself: I release all negative thoughts of the past and all worries about the future, and then throw yourself fully in the moment. I'm seeing angel number 0110, and it speaks of how you're blessed with with talents and skills. I almost said gallants because I'm thinking of gifts, um, that make it okay. You know, it makes it easy for you to stand out. It tells me that you're someone that is different. Your creativity stands out. Like whatever it is that you do, even if it's a flooded occupation, like say medical. Okay, I don't know. In America, it seems like everyone's going for a medical assistant something. um, Most people I talk to, I don't know, I've heard that so many times that I assume that that industry is flooded with a lot. But you stand out. It may be your scrubs, it may be the way that your bedside manner, it may be the fact that you are knowledgeable because you have more experience than most. But there's something about you that stands out, and that is what's going to be your claim to fame. There you have it. With taking steps, you have Seven of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. This is about working creatively. This is about walking away from doing things that really just don't work for you and creating and making it your own, making something your own, doing something your way. Okay? It's going to work out better that way for you. Now you have a conflict here with the Three of Cups and the King of Wands. The conflict is other people. Now the conflict is interesting, man. Other people. Why aren't you doing it like me? Why aren't you like me? Right? Why do you have to be different? That would be the conflict. You might run into that over the weekend. The conflict might be with someone who thinks they're an authority figure, gossiping. I mean, interestingly enough, not, because I always say to people, just because they have the paper, the document, maybe they carry the title, doesn't mean they're worthy of it. I don't care. I know one of, I'm not even gonna go there. Because they might know I'm talking about him, but I know someone who has a PhD, and in something to do with children. I'm not really quite sure, because uh, first time meeting this person, I was like, I'm not a judgmental person, but I'm a very, I pride myself in being a good judge of character as it pertains to, like, whether or not it's a good fit for me to be friends with you or not, or whatever the case is. And this person, no child likes them, and their children don't respect them. So I'm like, what did you really study? No offense, okay? But then you have people who are managers and cannot run a thing without the people around them. The place will fall apart, right? They make it worse when they come to work. And I see someone who's maybe that way with you. And maybe this could be in a career or in a creative pursuit. They may feel like they're just the high and mighty, the best they ever lived, and they cause more problems than anything else. You're like, how did they get this position? How are you the one that's slated to be in a position of authority? I'm not understanding. You're defensive, and there's nothing. I mean, you don't have a dog in the fight of this defense. You can't do, like, how could you fix your lips to defend yourself with this? Because you're not competent, or whatever the case is. Or they want you to be like everyone else. They don't want you to stand out because you're a threat. That's what I'm seeing. You're just a threat. Present power is Three of Cups and the Five of Cups. Your present power is that you don't give a crap what people think. You're happy with who you are and the way that you are. So who gives a crap what anyone thinks? That's the strength that you have in the moment, is that you actually don't give a crap. Cry me a river, Johnny. Maybe in front of people you might go, yeah, I mean, that's so sad. But in reality, it's like, that's what I guess I'm meant to say. I don't really care. Your strength is that you can protect, you can act as if, or you can send the message that I'm so disappointed and so sad. That's going to aid you in everything. You can save yourself by doing that. You know, you don't need to get the authorities involved, type of thing. You could just make sure that the entire world knows that they hurt me. Are you hurt? I don't see that. I see you being someone who's quite flexible, sociable, and you really do pay attention to details. And yeah, you want to look into your fifth house on this. I feel that you're really smart about the attention that you get. You stand out. I think you use it to your advantage. You're really, really intelligent that way. I see you being very happy in the long run, as long as you take actions towards um, taking advantage in a good way of the fact that you're unique. No one else does it like you. That's a great advantage, right? Stags may be important, so that could be. I mean, a stag is not like deer. Um, I mean, it's a male deer, but that may be important. You might be getting the princess treatment because you do something very unique. You want to tap into um, that creative power that you're being given. You're being led to, like, a new way of doing something or a new idea. Take action on it when it comes. Who cares what anyone thinks? Don't stress about the past. You know what I mean? None of the negative thoughts of the past. Okay, maybe things didn't go well, whatever. So what? It wasn't meant to go well. It was never going to go well in the first place. It was meant to happen so you could be where you are now. And don't worry about the future. You got this. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius here. That's the main sign. I'm also seeing Leo and Aries. But so you could be a Leo Virgo cusp, but you also could be dealing with a Scorpio Sagittarius cusp. If you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.